Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to episode 14 of Rocket League 101. Today is going to be the basics of dribbling, and we're going to go through flicking today as well, the very basic ones. And the main concept behind it, why it might not work, and what you're probably doing wrong if you're not able to flick. Pre-warning now, in free play, I'm going to mess up some flicks. Because I can't force it. I will never mess a flick up in a game though. I promise you that. Right. So the first thing you want to focus on, right, is getting the ball in your car. Pretty simple. Here's what you might be doing wrong with this. So if we get it still again, right? If you drive into it, you don't get the ball in your car. If you boost, you get the ball in your car. Also, you can drive up to it, tap the boost, and then you're right under it. Any of these are really easy, right? And the other thing that's stupidly easy is when the ball's coming towards you, you can do any manner of things. You can literally sit there and the ball will just go on your car, right? And then from this point, all you need to practice is, I would go into a private match with yourself, unlimited time mode, right? So set it to unlimited time. And from there, just make sure you can do it for at least a good few minutes without dropping it. A lot of people will be able to do it indefinitely. But, you know, being able to do it for a solid minute and a half, 2 minutes is fine. That means, you know, you've got decent ball control. And then, once you've done that, the other important ways you're going to want to be able to get the ball onto your car is cutting it side to side, like this. This is how you start bounce dribbling, which we're not going to go too much into today. That'll be a future video. But just being able to do this and then sort of get it sitting on your car as well is important. So cut across, get the ball in your car. Cut across, get the ball in your car. Just practice doing that. It's really, really easy. You know, and you know, those are the two ways you're gonna have to get the ball in your car. That's really it, right? Like, you either cut it, or it's like sort of rolls towards you, and you just do that. Well, obviously it's rolling towards you, so it's this. It's really easy, right? That's all there is to it. And then just practice having it on your car. Try driving at speed, right? So, you know, you don't want to be going too slowly, so you can sort of, you know, try turning. Okay, the posts are sort of annoying on this map, not gonna lie. Try turning, go at a decent speed. You know, full driving speed at least. You know, just sort of do this, vibe, put some music on, have a good time. And then, from there, we're now going to go into flicking. So, when you do a straight front flick, right, you get the ball on the windshield of your car. About thereabouts, right? You get the ball on that point, and then you know how I've told you before when I told you about launching your car, there's a small jump and there's a tall jump, right? Where you hold A, or you hold your jump button, right? So what you're going to do is, every flick in Rocket League ever, you always hold A. Because, watch what happens to the ball, right? So I have the ball on my car, right, and I jump. The ball goes away from me. I'm no longer touching the ball. I lost contact with the ball. You saw that, right? If you hold A, you keep contact with the ball the entire time. So that's why flicks work. But you have to hold A, right? So if you just do it instantly, that happens, and that's at the best. A lot of the time you'll just flip under the ball like that, right? So that's just instant flipping. If you delay it, you can actually get a flick off, basically. So, you know, hold A and then do your front flip. That I'm sort of slowing it down a lot so you can see it. Right, so you just hold A, like bang, bang, right, and that's your front flip. It's pretty easy, right? There you go. That's exactly what you want to be doing. You know, you can do it with boost, without boost, don't really matter. Okay, so there I did it too fast. As I said, I can't force it in free play. You slow it down, get the full jump on the first one. See, that one was too fast. You can just see, so it's really easy. And then from that point, you can learn the flick. We'll call it, I think it's pretty sure it's just called a diagonal flick, right? This is I find much easier. Instead of doing a front flip, you do a diagonal flip, and there's much more leniency for error with flipping too fast. I never really do front flips, right? Because these are just better. They're faster, they're higher, they're, you know, they're simply better, right? It's just a better flick. So literally all you do is you do this. So you do your first jump, and then you do a diagonal flip. That's it. So hold. Okay, that was a front flip. You get the point. Hold, diagonal flip, and that's the basics of flicking. Those are the two main flicks you're gonna want to be able to do. I mean obviously there are other ones, like there's sort of like a more sideways diagonal one that can get really like a lot of height on it. Which is like another basic one. Obviously I know there's like way more flicks than that. Like there's the well, I can't force it in free play, but like the tornado flick where you do that. There you go. But oh yeah, the other one I would focus on, right, is simply being able to backflip. If you could do that and get it to at least around that height, that's really sick for just like, if you do that, right, at anything below diamond, your opponents are gonna jump for it, right? But they're gonna jump for it in a way that means they're gonna literally just end up giving the ball to you in front of their goal. All you have to do is just not go up for it as well. Oh my god, I keep messing it up because I'm not paying attention. Bro, I don't know what's wrong with me. God's sake. Bro! You get the point, I did one. I promise you it is really easy. There you go. You have to make sure you get it back quite far on your car for this one. It's not the same position as the front flips. But I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't mess this up in game. It's so easy. There you go. So you saw the point of the car, it was on there. That's sort of where you want to get it. There you go. Yeah, you don't want the ball to be bouncing much on your car. You want it to be sort of solid on your car, because then when you jump, it doesn't go away from you. The same reason you hold jump instead of tapping it. But yeah. So like at lower ranks, I would definitely suggest this flick, because as I said, you do that. Just don't go up for it. Wait for them to fuck it up. Wait for them to miss or get a light tap to go straight to you and just put it straight in the back of the net. In any game mode, that'll work. In threes, I'm pretty sure you could get all three people to jump for it, anything below diamond. So yeah, I would focus on getting the ball control first. Don't bother flicking until you can have good ball control. Being able to get the ball on your car fast is a really important thing. And then sort of work on turning, like sort of do this a little bit. Make sure you actually have control of like being able to do what you want and the ball isn't dragging you around, you're dragging the ball around, sort of thing, right? And then learn diagonal flipping, back flipping, and front flipping. And then you're basically sorted. That's all you really need. Because those are the only flicks that I really use a lot. I'm trying to learn more complicated flicks just because I want to work on my mechanics so that I want to make more like entertaining videos, and I might be able to like help you do them if I learn them. But like you don't need anything else, so you can get SSL with literally just being able to do these. Like that's fine. The diagonal flick is used predominantly because it's just broken, right? It's so easy. And it's the most consistent flick by a country mile. So yeah, I would suggest that for flicking. Tomorrow we will move on to bounce dribbles and no. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'll do hook shots and dropping the ball and sort of like slamming it into the bottom corner, like as the person shadowing you. We might have to bring out MS Paint for that one. Woohoo! And then the day after we'll do bounce dribbles, because bounce dribbles are slightly more complicated, but because they require really good control of being able to cut the ball side to side, but at the same time they are like really easy to do once you know how to do them. But yeah, hopefully you found this useful, like the very basics of dribbling and whatnot. And I will see you tomorrow, so peace. Oh, and my Discord's in the link in the description.